Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be ordering a custom guitar from KieselGuitars.com using their virtual guitar builder. I've never personally played a Kiesel guitar, but a lot of bands that I like, especially newer bands like metal bands, a lot of them are playing Kiesel guitars and they look really cool. And I think we're going to go ahead and order one for myself here in this video, and then towards the middle of the video, I guess, we'll actually see the guitar and we'll look at it up close like I do in my other guitar review videos. And so yeah, let's get over to the website here and I'll show you guys exactly how to order, the process of ordering one of these Kiesel guitars. So they do have a few in stock, they have merch, and they have an artist list, which is huge. So we're going to click on builder and then guitar, and then it brings you to this awesome like interactive custom guitar building interface. For this build, we're just going to do as standard as possible. Not too many bells and whistles, just some bells and whistles, but nothing too crazy. So we're going to go with the standard bolt-on, Aries bolt-on. Dexterity, we're going to keep it right-handed. We're going to keep it 6 strings. Okay, so this pop-up here, it means basically if I was to choose like a 9-string guitar or an 8-string guitar, it might not have the same options going through the rest of the list here. We do not want a multi-scale. We'll keep it at 25.5 scale length. I think that's what we're going to choose, a soft case. There's no extra charge. It's $100 extra for the Tolex hard shell case. Bevel. Yes, I want the bevel. That's talking about the Carve here. Okay, so the body wood. A swamp ash body would be pretty awesome, right? We got to go swamp ash. Additional body options. They can do an antique ash treatment, which probably means maybe sandblasting, maybe torching it. Let's see. Ash treatment is a process of staining the wood to create an antique look. Darkens the grain. Okay, cool. That's cool. I don't want that. All right, swamp ash body. It's already different from the first time I went through this. The first time I just chose an alder body, but now we're going swamp ash, and I also chose the figured Claro walnut top. We do not want a chambered body, and the 3-piece body basically puts a veneer between the ash body and the walnut top. I think we want that. So you can see it right there, that black line. That's basically how I build my guitars as well, with that black veneer, but that comes standard. I'd never build one without that. Finish, we don't want finish. We want, that looks awesome. That's absolutely what we want. We don't want to paint over that. The logo, the standard is black. We can also go white. I like the white better, actually. You can see it. Oh, I could do green, gold. Actually, gold looks awesome, doesn't it? We can come back and play around with this once we change the hardware and all that stuff too. It might look different. So the top coat, we're going to definitely do satin. I prefer satin, not just because of the way it looks, but how it feels as well. See, I don't know what they're putting on their instruments. I don't know if it's nitrocellulose. I don't know if it's poly. I don't know what it is. I do see the tongue oil option here. Selecting this option will make the instrument non-returnable. I wonder why you can't return it if it's tongue oiled. Tongue oil is even easier to repair. Okay, logo, we already did that. Oh, wait a second. Why is this different? Oh, it changes. So I cannot get the gold logo with tongue oil top coat. Oh, okay. So let's go back to the finish. I know why, because they probably painted on there. It's some kind of a decal or a sticker, and you can't oil over it. It'll peel up. I'm guessing that's why. So let's go ahead and change the finish. Change the top coat to satin, which would be my first choice anyway. Then we can go put that gold logo on. This one has a drop shadow. I want that now. This is a lot of fun. You guys can come over here and build a guitar. All right, rear and side finish. We don't want any finish. All right, additional options. You can get a black burst around the edges, which would ruin this look here. And besides, I don't want anything painted over. I really want to look closely at this guitar. I want to see how they do their job. I want to see how clean the work is. And when it's painted, you can't really see that. So we're going to stay away from any kind of paint or bursts or anything. But they do have a couple cool options here. A lot of stuff is not available due to my previous selections, like the California burst, the black crackle finish, and that's fine. Neck options, here we go. Do we want a maple neck, black limba? Oh, that would look awesome, right? I think we have to do that. Look at that. That's cool. The black limbo looks great. If you choose flame maple, it's a non-returnable instrument. I wonder why they do that. If anybody can answer that, let us know in the comments. 3-piece neck, 5-piece neck, and a 7-piece neck. So they're basically laminates. I prefer the 1-piece neck. I want to see how their craftsmanship is with a 1-piece neck, to be honest with you. It's easy to make a 3-piece or a 5-piece neck, but they're upcharging quite a bit for it too. So the 1-piece neck is all we really need to see the craftsmanship that I'm looking for. Number of frets, 24, of course. Neck profile, I'll just keep the standard neck profile. You can choose a thinner for $60 extra, but I want to see the standard. Fingerboard wood, I did look through these earlier, and I chose Royal Ebony. It puts a little bit of stripes instead of a standard ebony. Okay, so roasted bird's eye maple makes the instrument non-returnable. Roasted flame maple, same thing. Bird's eye maple's okay. Bloodwood, purple heart, rosewood. I think we're going to go with my original selection of Royal Ebony. Black and like gray stripes. I think that's the same as Macassar Ebony. We'll do that. Fingerboard radius, we're going to stick with the 14. Oh, a 12 to 16 compound fingerboard radius makes it the instrument non-returnable. I really would like to know what the situation is there. The inlay shapes, I actually chose the rings. You can do dots, offset dots. You can have the K logo in there. You can have diamonds. But the rings, I want to see how they do the rings. I want to see if they have a special drill bit to inlay like a little piece of pipe or something, because I've done them before like that actually. Just take a piece of like aluminum tubing and drill a hole that's a circle, you inlay it in there, and then you can cut it flush, and then you can sand it, and they come out really nice like that. So that's what I want. There's no option for nickel steel, so we're going to go stainless. Okay, so the rear finish is tung oil, which is looks like the only option, which is, in my opinion, the only option as well. Perfect. Headstock shape. Now let's look at the front of the guitar. Now this is a pretty attractive headstock design, but you can also get the pointy one. See, I chose the pointy one in my original build. I think we're going to go with the standard this time. Reverse headstock, of course. Headstock overlay. Oh, nice. So I can get Royal Ebony up there too. Oh, that's cool. For an extra $10. That's actually really nice. I actually really like that. For an extra $10, because it's $60 anyway, which is the standard because I got the fancy top, or they can put ebony up there to match the fingerboard. That's what we're doing. Additional options, scallop fingerboard. No, we don't want that. So we absolutely need passive. There's no way around that. We don't want active because then we won't hear the guitar. Pickup configuration, 2 humbuckers is fine by me. If they had a single humbucker, I'd probably pick that if that was an option. Pickup model. Okay, so the bridge pickup. Okay, they come with these Kiesel lithium humbuckers. You can choose others as well. I did not do research on any of these. And the bridge and the neck both come standard with that lithium. So I think that's what we're going to keep. Pickup colors, keep them black. Bunch of different choices here. You can even choose the color of the pickup pole pieces. So you can delete the tone control for an extra $100. Delete the tone control and move the volume to the tone position for $100. Oh, and then if you do that, it's non-returnable. I wonder why. Let's just keep it as is then. So here we go, hardware options. You can choose your bridge. Hip shot is what I use on my custom guitars, on my guitars here. And hip shot fixed is the way to go. Hardware color, of course we want black. Yeah, it costs an extra $40, but look at that. Looks so much better. Knobs, keep them black. The nut, I like the look of the white one better, actually. So that's an extra $10. We'll do it. You know what? I'll just put a bone nut on it. I don't need that. I could do that myself. Strings, 10 to 46s. You can choose 9 to 42s, but we want the 10s. Strap buttons, I have tons of strap locks here. I don't need anything extra from them. They're 30 bucks if you wanted Dunlop strap locks. So you can choose. I can get a piece of ebony there for $50. I could do purple heart for $50, but I'm just going to do the black because I have scraps of ebony all over the shop here. If I really wanted it, I could do it myself. I think that's it. Let's check out the front of the guitar. That's a pretty sweet looking guitar. I really like the way that it's carved down. Like when I do my bevels, it's pretty similar to this. Yeah, this is a nice looking guitar. So let's go ahead and check the export specs. So there's everything. You can pause it and look at it if you really wanted to. The subtotal is $2,489. I guess we hit save. No, download. No, we don't need to do that. Just add to cart. Okay, so terms of sale, we offer a 10-day money-back guarantee for qualifying orders. Cancellations occurring during the build process will have a minimum 20% restocking fee. So basically that kind of makes sense, but also not really, because like they're going to sell the guitar anyway, but they're going to, like, say they would take a nice piece of ebony and that Claro walnut top and that, you know, all the different woods and put them together, and then I call up and be like, oh, I got to cancel. Well, I'm still going to have to pay that, you know, what is it, $500, and they're going to sell the guitar anyway. Once you place the order, you are setting the final specs and no changes can be made. By clicking continue, you are agreeing to these terms. Okay. All right. Pay in full. All right. So we're here on the pay page. I'm going to go ahead and enter my information and we'll buy this guitar, and I will see you guys as soon as it gets here. I don't know how long it's going to take, but today's date is August 18th, 2022. It's 11:50 a.m. and let's order this guitar and see how long it takes to get here. Okay, so it's August 23rd, 2022, just a few days after I ordered the Kiesel custom guitar. Customer service from Kiesel custom guitar just emailed me, and they asked if I had they said, unfortunately, because my shipping address and my billing address are different, they couldn't ship to my shipping address because the billing address and the shipping address are different. They said they can only ship to a FedEx store. And I was like, well, can't you just ship it to my house? You know, like, I'll give you my actual address. You could ship it to me. I use a different address for all my shipments because of the YouTube thing and privacy and all that. And they said, please hold. And I held for a while, and they basically came back and they're like, oh, well, we found a FedEx store near you. It's 4 miles away from your house. You'll have to go there and get it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I said, while I have you on the phone, I have a question for you. I said, did you guys start building? What's the progress on my guitar? Did you guys start building it yet? And he actually said, no, we will start that as soon as I get this information in. And I was like, oh, cool. So then that means I can change. I just wanted to see what they would say. I asked him if I could change something up on the guitar. Like I wanted to change the top specifically is what I told him. And he said, no, you can't do that. He said, we would have to change the invoice, right? I'm like, okay. He's like, well, if we did that for everybody, then we would never get any guitars out, he said. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you would never get any guitars out. And then, you know, I hung up. So, you know, it's still going to be, and, you know, to be fair, on their website, it does say once you put an order in, you cannot change it. And I didn't expect them to say yeah, but I mean, the reason behind it is to change some paperwork and possibly some billing information. I mean, the guy's customer service, he could have changed it. That's what customer service is, right? So I'm already getting a bad taste in my mouth with Kiesel custom guitars. I can't wait to see the craftsmanship on this thing. So stay tuned for that. We have, you know, a couple months to wait, but we'll see. All right. It'll be a couple seconds for you and a couple months for me. All right, so I ordered this thing back in August of 2022. And today's date, it just came in the mail today. It is December 2nd, 2022. So you do the math, that's how long it took to get this guitar. So first of all, I really, really like these cases. I like them better than hard shell cases almost, just because they're lighter. And They're pretty stiff and everything. They're not like I mean, you don't want to run a truck over it or anything, but when the hell do you run a truck over a guitar, right? Like you could bounce this thing around a little bit and it's not going to be a big deal. Looks like there's 2 pockets here. Case candy, it looks like we got some Allen keys. The case itself has little pockets inside the pocket. There's even a little Velcro thing there. These are really nice. Nice soft handle, nice strong rivets. It even has a backpack thing on it. All right, let's open this thing up and take a look at the Kiesel guitar. Let's flip it around. Open it up. All right. So we've got a walnut top on an ash body. First thing I noticed picking it up, oh, that's not ash, is it? Oh, that is. That's a swamp ash body. It's super light. I noticed how lightweight it was when I picked it up. The top is very, very thin. This top, I would say, it's probably a 1/4 inch. No, it's 3/16 inch. The top is only 3/16 inch thick. It has that nice black veneer. That was an option upgrade because that's kind of how I build my own guitars. I really like the satin finish, the feel of it. I like the contours. Nice deep belly carve there. Nice and comfortable. Everything's real smooth. The neck is black limba. They gave me a nice piece here. If you guys want to know what black limba looks like raw, this stuff right here. It's got that cool, when I build a guitar, I try to get that that black and like the stripe and stuff in there. Oh, it actually has a volute. Awesome. It's a very subtle volute. Look at this. Very, very subtle volute, but it's definitely there. I like that. I build mine with it's a little bit higher, but this is perfectly fine. Oh, and there's a cool little feature that I didn't know. The back of the headstock actually has like a carve right there. They have their own tuners. They're locking tuners. Yeah, they have the little knob there. Has the name on them. They do have a plastic truss rod cover. I can't remember if that's an option to get a wooden one. And it's a reverse headstock, so I'm showing it back upside down. Let's see how the frets are. Very nice. Take a look. Let's see if there's any scratch marks or... These look like stainless steel frets. I'm not sure if they are. I don't know if they use a Plek machine. If anybody knows, let me know. But the frets look really highly polished. This thing is super light. So right here on the nut, you can see a little bit of super glue or some kind of funniness happening there. I think the work there could have been a little bit cleaner, to be honest. Fret ends, you can see here there's one that's not filled. All the side dots are nice and even. This side's about the same. You can see that little blob of glue between the peg head veneer and the nut. Right there, you can see there's like some glue or something. I think the nut work has been a little bit sloppy, honestly. Yeah, the nut seems to be slotted, like pre-slotted or something, and then they don't go back over it and refinish it. You don't want the string sitting down inside that deep. You want the string almost floating, like half of the string above and half of the string below your nut slot. The nut actually seems a little bit high too. Look at that. The nut seems a little high. I could definitely use a setup. The logo is a sticker or a decal or something. And it is not pore filled or anything. The fingerboard is zirconia. They got a nice piece. Nice piece of zirconia there. Some black and some light, dark and light. The pickups seem to be centered very good. Yeah, that's fine. Hip shot bridge. Looking across the strings, it looks to be set up. It looks like it's been intonated. The string ferrules line up perfectly. I mean, I'm not gonna ding them for the gap in between being, you know, a hair off or anything. It's not a big deal. Even my guitars have that. Like that right there, that probably could have been sanded out. That right there, that could probably have been sanded out. Just looking at the details, checking for sanding scratches, you know, I could feel the quality in it. Even the detail here, it's nicely made. Yeah, this is nice so far. The only thing I noticed so far that I kind of don't like is there's like a lip right there, and then this is plastic. Yeah, I mean, I get it. They make a lot of them, but at the same time, a wooden, and then again, I'm biased as well. I do make guitars, and I do put a wooden control cavity cover on, and I inlay magnets and stuff in them. So I am kind of biased. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm just being a jerk. Let's go ahead and open this up. So there is a number here, 77345. It's hard to see right there. I don't know if that's a serial number. So yeah, there are the brass ferrules right there. That prevents these little screws from ever stripping, ever. Nice shiny solder right there. The shielding is nice and clean all the way around. Even the output jack, cut around it perfectly. I don't see any solder seams down connecting this side piece of shielding and the bottom, but that's okay. I do that. I put a blob of solder here, here, and over here, just to make sure that everything's connected. But as far as the electronics go, everything looks, you know, I mean, these aren't the cleanest looking. There are some burn marks and stuff in the wires. I'm just being a nitpicky jerk. All right, so as you guys know, I'm not a guitar player. I'm just a guitar maker. Just checking out the volume, looking for wobble in the volume knob. There is a little bit of wobble. Like when I turn it, it kind of wobbles a little bit. It's buzzing everywhere. That doesn't mean it's a bad fret job. That could mean that since this was shipped from California up here to Colorado, things move. I had to retune it. It was quite a bit off. The first thing I noticed about tuning it was how bad the tuners are. The first thing I would do if I was this company I would get a better brand of tuners. These things are like loose, and then they'll catch, and then they'll go faster. Like they're just, I'm not a fan of that. I like nice consistent turning, you know what I mean? And this ain't it. With a setup and a change of tuner, I think we'll be okay. But it does sound pretty good. If it wasn't for the buzzing, right? This is the neck pickup, by the way. Bridge pickup with some distortion. I think that with a setup, this guitar would be just fine. I looked at the frets. I looked at the straightness of the neck. I didn't see any, particular frets that are jumping out. It's just that it's a little bit buzzy. That nut needs to be fixed, like we looked at before. The saddles may have to be moved a little bit, and the neck could be straightened out, and that buzz could go away. And even if it can't, it could still get a fret job on it, and I'm sure it'll play fine. But the thing is, this came from a humid area, California, up here to dry Colorado. Things move, wood's a sponge, and I think I really like this guitar. I like the deep cutaway here. I like how comfortable it is. The neck feels great. Volute is nice. It's kind of subtle. It's back a little further. It's nice. I would change the tuners. I would give it a setup. And the pickups sound fine. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something from it, or if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.